1 minute till the show. Tonight's random share giveaway is going to be for another ticket for the Can-Am raffle.
Okay.
But I'm probably going to do the VINTCO sticker thing too. So I'll send them the stickers, and John Lake will send the ticket directly.
That works
Yeah.
for him?
Works for who? For John Lake? Yeah, it works for him. There's that. And that's it. And Jordan's playing some good music that I can only hear in the background.
Okay. And Mr. and Mrs. Wow.
What?
And a little.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yes. Thank you for the hot lemonade.
You're welcome.
What? It's blurry? Is it less blurry now?
You're live.
You're watching Vintage Motocross Q&A. Let's get down to the starting line, and I'll tell you about what you're going to see on tonight's show. And the next time, try this segment, we've got a little graphic application trip for you. In the Moto Showcase, Tom Gibbons sent in an incredible little Yamaha. Got some history that goes along with it. Here's the problem. We've got a couple of questions coming up this week. What's it worth? A 1975 Mako recently sold at the Mecum Motorcycle Auction. We've got a random share giveaway for a Can-Am ticket. Somebody's going to win one of 3 restored Can-Ams. That'll be coming up in August, but somebody's going to win a ticket tonight. We've got all that and a whole lot more coming up on Vintage Motocross Q&A. Good evening, everyone. You're watching Vintage Motocross Q&A, and I'm your host, Joe Abadi. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, Jordan, Chelsea, and Susie, for helping me put the show together. I'd like you to keep sharing the show, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please comment Motion Pro. If you're on Facebook, just keep sharing the show. Later on, we're going to have a very, very special gift to give away, and that's the Can-Am ticket for the raffle, and we're going to be giving away this too. We're going to be giving away a sticker sheet, compliments of VINTCO.com. How are the pros watching the show? How are the experts watching it? They're sitting back and watching it on their big screen TV. Great way to watch the show. TVs are getting bigger all the time, so maybe you got a 48, a 50, a 52-inch TV. You're sitting back while you comment through your phone, and you're watching Vintage Motocross Q&A. Great way to watch it is, of course, through YouTube. That's the way you watch it on your big screen TV. I want to thank our sponsors, Motion Pro, VINTCO, Preston Petty Products, Racer X Magazine, Full Circle Racing, the International Motocross Museum, and Replica Motorcycle Parts. We've got a great little video coming up on Replica Motorcycle Parts, and I'll be talking a little bit more about their products in just a moment. In tonight's Next Time Try This segment, I want to talk to you about how to apply number plate backgrounds to plastic number plates. It may sound simple, but this is going to come in especially handy for you guys who have bikes like a 1975 Suzuki RM 125, where the side panels bulge out a little bit. It does that on 75 through, I think, 76, 77s, and also on the 1979 Honda CR 125 and 250. It's a pretty easy process once you follow the steps. Let's get a closer look, and I'll show you a little bit more about how I do it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your plate is clean. I like to use a little alcohol, spray a little on the plate, and with a clean paper towel, I make sure my plate is nice and clean. Now I'm going to use a little alcohol again. You can use alcohol, you can use water, you can use Windex. all of them work just as equally as well as the other. I'm going to take off my number plate background, and it's sticky on the back. With the alcohol, I can easily pick it up, or I can move it around once it's on there. Because if you put enough on and you really need to move it around, you can go like that. You know what I mean? You can move it around to where it's going to be equal on all areas of the plate. Now, for this demonstration, I did intentionally use a little bit of a bigger plate with a little bit of a smaller background, just to get or to give you an idea of the way the number plate background is going to be on the plate. Now, taking it in any kind of credit card like this, you want to get the bubbles out by pushing all the water or Windex or alcohol or whatever it is you're using, push it all out to the edge. This one happens to be really nice too because it has backing that is on this side of the number plate, so you're not scratching up the vinyl. Maybe you have pre-printed backgrounds, so you're not going to scratch up the vinyl or scratch up your numbers, whatever you might be putting on it. Go over it a couple of times with the card, making sure you push it out. Go slowly. Go across the whole plate. Whether it's on a little number plate like this, which is a basic plate you can use on any bike, or those tricky Suzuki front number plates where you've got a big edge along there and you want to make sure you get it on good and straight. But here's where it is a really, really good technique to use is on side panels like this, okay? 75 Suzuki RM125M side panel. Also a little tricky, the 79 Honda CR125 and 250. So next time you want to try that, it would even work pretty well on a plate like this. I understand that there's a little technical difficulty perhaps on Facebook. It might be a little blurry. If you go over to YouTube, I understand it's crystal clear on YouTube. So if you want to switch from Facebook to YouTube, that would be a good idea, unless you just want to see me blurry. This week's VINTCO special is a Suzuki RM250 1979-1980 connecting rod kit. This will, of course, exceed in quality and fit, probably better than the factory even made. It's got one heavy-duty forged steel connecting rod. It's got a crank pin. It's got the big end bearing. It's got the wrist pin. It's got everything you need to keep the ride going from VINTCO. Just $169.95. $169.95. In the Moto Showcase tonight, we take a look at a kind of a special bike that was sent in to us by one of our viewers. His name is Tom Gibbons. Tom had a stint as a professional racer going back into the 80s and the 90s, and he sent us this bike in, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. I rode for Rick Burgess at Airport Yamaha in Los Angeles from 1988 to 1990. I rode this bike in the 125 West SX series, as well as some outdoor nationals. Mike Gura, the former Yamaha support team manager, hooked me up with some really cool parts out the back door for over 3 years. Sad thing is that at the end of each season, the trick parts had to be returned. My Canadian wrench, Alan Rudder, did a great job on my bike overall for all those years. I ran white power suspension. The bike had a trick head, cylinder, crank, carb, and a different CDI unit, all from Yamaha. I played around with different pipes, including Pro Circuit, FMF, and Bill's pipes. Please let me know if there's anything else you'd like to know about the bike, Joe. I appreciate you putting it on the show, and I enjoy the show every week. Well, Tom Gibbons, thank you. I don't think we've ever had anybody here who has sent us in a bike that they rode professionally that they still owned, and it's a great little story that goes along with it. Not many of us can say we had our name on the racer list of a 125 West Supercross or any Supercross at all. Tom Gibbons, send me your mailing address. I'll get you a cup like this, a nice little coffee cup, compliments of Vintage Motocross Q&A and Preston Petty products. Tom Gibbons, thanks again. Nice little Yamaha and a great story that went along with it. Preston Petty product of the week are translucent fenders and 3 number plates, just $124.95. Translucent looks trick like the factory bikes. 3 plates, 2 fenders, $124.95. Preston Petty products are still looking for retail dealers. Dealers are wanted by Paul Stannard and Preston Petty products. So get a hold of Paul Stannard today, and he'll hook you up and make you a dealer. Thank you, Paul and Patty Stannard, for all you do for us here at the show. And here's the problem segment tonight. We've got a couple of questions that have come in over the past week. Jordan, what do we have up first? Jordan?
We're going to come back with a new live feed in just 1 minute.
We'll be back with a live feed in just a minute. So please stand by. In the meantime, it'd be a great time to tell you not to forget. Well, you people aren't going to forget because you're here watching the show, but there will be the Can-Am 50th Festival. That's coming up in August of this year. They're giving away 3 motorcycles, a 74 250, a 74 175, and a Can-Am 370 qualifier. We're giving away tickets here tonight on the show. It's $10 value. Somebody's going to win one. They won one last week. Jordan, are we back live yet on Facebook?
It's going to take a minute. We got to go off and then come back on.
It's going to take a minute. We have to actually close down the show for just a minute. I apologize for the inconvenience. We're going to shut down the show for just a minute. We will reconnect on Facebook. I won't look so blurry. We'll be right back with more Vintage Motocross Q&A.